I would like to gamble.
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Can you tell me your name?
I think your name is Gambler John.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. Why don't you walk down to the end of
Yeah,
the
that's
room,
cool.
over by that vigor tester machine there.
Over that gambling machine.
Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Hardcore mode. Yes.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going?
Thanks for the warning.
Careful.
Immediately. Jesus Christ. He wasn't fucking lying. Oh my
Stay on the
god.
west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Well, shit.
Holy shit!
What'd he fucking shoot me with?
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb.
Who are you?
Hello there. It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Name's Malcolm. Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and... ah, screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature. I'll tell it to you straight. I've been following you for a good bit now.
Oh, perfect.
Howdy.
This man's prices are steep, but I hear he's worth it.
Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler. Looking to exchange? How many chips would you like?
Have a seat. And give ladies like a chance.
Dapper gambler hat? Ooh.
We used to allow customers tabs. Well, needless to say, a few customers snuck out without paying their bills. If you bring all their debts back, we'll give you a cut of each. Great. There are 3 people who need to be tracked down.
Hello. Lovely to meet you.
Hey, man. Can you spare a few caps?
Ooh, I'm collecting money.
Oh, yeah. I guess the Garrett sent you after me? Look, I've got the caps right here. Just don't hurt me. I won't.
Oh, what a guy.
How are you today? Santiago is fabulous. Santiago does not owe anyone. Santiago is a free-side VIP. Indeed, Santiago is a poet among pretenders. If you're here to collect for the Garretts, Santiago is debt-free. Sir, Santiago does not know what he has done to offend, but he can explain everything. Ow! Okay, here. Take the caps. Just don't hurt Santiago again. Come on back if you have any interesting news.
Why did he sound like that?
Submit to a credit check, or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot.
Here.
Thank you, sir. You may proceed. Exterminate.
Gamora. Did you say I can gamble?
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry guns into Gamora. You'll get these back.
Hey, hey, look who has the hot hands. Here, have something special on the house. Looks like someone is on a roll. Luck be a lady tonight. Here's a little something from the family. Hey, fella, welcome to the Tops Hotel and Casino. I'm gonna have to ask you to hand over any weapons you might be carrying. Smooth and easy, just the way I like it. Don't worry, they'll be as safe as kittens till you're ready to leave. Oh, and a friendly word of advice. If you happen to stumble across any weapons during your stay here, well, just don't wear them openly. You dig? Now that we got that little business out of the way, what can I do to make your Tops experience the tops? Have a good...
Well, well, well.
What in the goddamn? I hit what I was aiming for. Guess you had brains to spare. Or you just thick-skulled. Either way, baby, this is good news. Maybe I can finally sleep at night, knowing you didn't die. What say you and me cash out? Go somewhere more private-like. Any questions you got, I'll answer. It can't work like that, baby. Not out in public like this. You really need me to spell that out? You want to read? They're called bodyguards, and every one of them is packing. Me too, so baby makes 5.
Welcome to the Tops. How can I help you?
The eyes of the mighty Kaiser are upon you. He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark. Any crimes you may have perpetrated against the Legion are hereby forgiven. Caesar will not extend this mercy a second time. My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill. His mark will guarantee your safe conduct through our lands.
Who are you?
I am Vulpes Inculta of Caesar's Legion. I serve my master as the greatest of his Frumentari.
Why does he want to see me?
Go to him, and you will understand. Seek Caesar by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The Cursor Lucullus will be waiting.
Hey, you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
I don't like the NCR.
I don't talk to nobodies. Not when I'm having the time of my life.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Where to, partner? Penthouse floor.
Use of force has been authorized.
Okay, yes, but to be fair, why do you keep it unlocked? Who are you?
Use of force has been authorized.
I heard about your run on the tops. Don't even think about trying that crap here. I don't care how you handled those lumps of human refuse, but you got the job done. We need you to hunt down another person. That son of a bitch McCaffrey stole a ton of caps and ran off to Vegas. I guess the fact that we farmed out his usual work to you pissed him off. No one steals from the Garrett twins. If you can kill that bastard...
Howdy.
Welcome to Gomorrah.
Always come back.
Okay, that's that. No more games for you. Go rob the tops. You're done here. Have some drinks, talk to some dancers, but you are done at my tables. Glad that fucker house is gone.
Welcome to the tops. How can I help you?
Beg your pardon, but could I trouble you to turn over your weapons? My deepest apologies for the slightest inconvenience. You have my assurance that everything will be returned upon your departure. But we simply can't have anyone waving their weapons around in the hotel. It's not the atmosphere we wish to cultivate. Please, enjoy your stay. They'll be handled with the utmost security in our bank. Adieu.
This simply will not do. You must leave immediately. For a while, you were the toast of the Ultra Lux, but you're simply not in vogue any longer. Your act has gotten stale. You're still welcome to dine with us, of course. We've just had quite enough of paying you to play our games.
Huh. So the Garretts sent you to track me down. What a joke. Piss off.
Yes! This is great news. No one screws with the Garrett twins and gets away with it. And for your reward, here's 150 caps. Also, we would like to set you up with a room. You can have the corner room, rent-free. It was McCaffrey's. Now that he's dead, we're happy to let you use it.
Everyone knows Mr. House doesn't talk to anyone.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you? Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside? It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man tell me that one of those bodyguards, a fella named Oris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say?
Yeah.
If you need to cross Freeside, no one will keep you safer than I will. 200 caps gets you my watchful eye for a trip to the South Gate. Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. In order to ensure your safety, I need you to follow my instructions to the letter. We'll be heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another customer. I'll keep a brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
Hey, slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead.
With no house?
Huh. I guess they weren't harmless after all. I'm not often mistaken, you know.
Mr. Boss Vegas around. The NCR is gonna want that job.
Well, here we are.
What do you have for me? Oh, he did he? Well, that just ain't good enough. Get back out there and hire him again. Hire him 100 times if that's what it takes. And before you ask, I'm not gonna cover the cost this time. It's bad enough I'm giving the man more business. Ah, so it went down like that, huh? Well, you're not subtle, but you get the job done. That's good enough for me. Maybe you can help me with something more important. A lot of folks around these parts who've been here a while resent the sheer number of people that have come into the area since the Strip was built. In turn, the newcomers, most of whom come from the NCR, have gotten ornery from being resented. Sometimes things get violent. This is one of those occasions. Recently, a few friends of mine were attacked, and I want you to find out who did it. Word's come that they just woke up over at the old Mormon fort just north of here. Head on over, see if they remember anything. Good. I like that enthusiasm. Return when you have some information we can use.
What is it? Oh, that's different then. How can I help? I'll do anything to get the bastards that did this. Well, it happened at night, around 11. We'd recently made some caps off a bit of scrap we found and wanted to invest it wisely. As we were leaving the Wrangler, we must have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the squatter side of town. From out of nowhere, these big guys show up and start barking questions at us, wanted to know if we were locals. The kid there's about as proud as a local around here gets, and started yelling back at him. Then all hell broke loose. Kid got the worst of it, sad to say.
Bunch of soldier boys, huh? They usually don't come around these parts since their big base is on the other side of the Strip. If they're coming over here now, it's gotta be for a reason. I didn't want to believe the rumors that they're looking to take over Vegas, but now, if something big is going down, I'm sure rumors of it will have spread. Ask around, particularly in the squatter areas where the NCR folk hang. You might also mosey on over to the Mormon fort and chat Julie Farkas up. The followers tend to be in the know about these things. Just don't ask her what to do about it. She'll probably ask you to hug someone or something.
Hey, buddy, spare a cap? I can make it worth your while. The first thing you should know is that Freeside is run by a pack of yahoos that call themselves the King. Their leader. That one was pretty good.
Only a little. A friend of mine, Major Elizabeth Kieran, has been handing out supplies to the poor a little west of here. What about it? I know something's got them riled up, but I've been too busy with other matters to really look into it. If you're looking into the matter, talk to Elizabeth. She's in charge of the operations here in Freeside, though she won't open up to you right away. If Elizabeth holds out on you, tell her that I sent you. She should be a little more forthcoming if you mention my name.
The pump is... Guess you're not so good at hiding.
House is dead. Hold up. What's the password? Head on through. This time for good.
Here you go. I hope this helps.
Water? You're telling me you have water?
Welcome. There's food and water here for any citizen of the NCR. No, I'm afraid we don't.
Wow, they don't have to give us. What? They had water. Look at all this water. Dude, I need some water after all that gambling.
Well, hey there. I heard that NCR soldier lady told you some wild story about them sending a messenger to us to work out some deal. That's bullshit, and it's nothing to bother the king with. More like they sent someone to spy on us and he wasn't tough enough to last in Freeside. So do everyone a favor and keep your mouth shut about it, okay? You're a bastard after my own heart. Here, this should do it.
Thanks, suddenly I forgot what I was gonna tell the king.
Good. See that it stays that way. Now, if you'll pardon me, I got some important business to take care of.
God damn.
I've already heard all about what happened, and all I can say is that I and all of Freeside thank you. Thank you very much.
Yay! Who won the lottery? I did! Smell that air! Couldn't you just drink it like booze?
Oh, I don't know if you recognize me from the strip, when I handed you the mark of Caesar. I wasn't wearing a dog's head at the time. Don't worry, I won't have you lashed to a cross like the rest of these degenerates. It's useful that you happened by. I want you to witness the fate of the town of Nipton, to memorize every detail. And then, when you move on, I want you to teach everyone you meet the lesson that Caesar's Legion taught here. Especially any NCR troops you run across. Then I bid you Wale, until we meet again.
Halt! What business have you in Cottonwood Cove, outsider? You wear the mark of Caesar. You must be who Cursor Lucullus is waiting for. You may continue, but be warned. Mark or no, we will not tolerate aggressive action by visitors in the camp.
You're the one Lucullus said would come. You'll find him waiting for you down at the docks. Very well. A Legion outpost, what's it look like? We crossed the river when the profligates fled from Searchlight. From here, we stage raiding parties and process captures. As much as their cowardice will allow, the profligates avoid open battle, but on good days we find one of their patrols. Their landmines have caused us more trouble than their marksmanship, which is lacking.
Awe, are you ready to head upriver? By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. This order also extends to the platinum chip you carry. For now, your belongings will be returned to you when you leave.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the Burned Man again.
You here to fight in the arena? Then you're talking to the right man. That can be arranged. You will be facing off against a couple of disobedient slaves.
So, I finally get to meet the courier who's caused so much trouble for the new California Republic. I get it. We share a common enemy. And now you come before the mighty Caesar to what? Offer your services? And you fell for that? Really? Because I'm going to have you killed now. Relax. I'm fucking with you. You do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat. You assassinate the head of the chairman in his own casino and get away with it. But the topper, the coup de grace, Mr. House dies while you're visiting him at the Lucky 38. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started? I like the servile attitude. Keep it up. The time is fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House erased from the picture. Not just the man you killed, but what he left behind. His legacy. Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are two steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip you were carrying. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried. I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Goodbye.
A lawful use of dead. The hearing is in progress. Order will be continue.
You've carried out Caesar's will, but I must confiscate your equipment again.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. I've read Mr. House's obituary. Had a high opinion of himself, didn't he? With Mr. House out of the way, I can focus on smoothing out a few lingering complications elsewhere in the Mojave. First up are the boomers of Nellis Air Force Base. A tribe so reclusive, it lobs artillery shells at anyone who comes near their settlement. I want you to offer them an alliance with my legion. My terms are simple. Target their guns against the NCR side of the dam when I assault it, and they can keep their freedom. If you find they aren't amenable to this offer, destroy them.
Since you haven't pissed yourself, I'll assume that you don't know who we are. Next time I'll bring my sickle and wear my black cloak.
You know what? I'm running away.
Done and done. Hey!
Well now, if it isn't the little villain...
Whoa there, pal. You better slow down, or you'll get blown up like the rest of the idiots who thought they'd scavenge in Boomer territory. Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested in a little information? It'll cost you, but it's well worth the investment. Whoa, simmer down. I'll tell you, I'm a gambler and a scavenger. I've made some cash from gambling and some cash from reclaiming goods that are no longer being used. Now, do you want my help or not? Oh, lordy, lordy. You haven't heard of the boomers? What rock have you been living under? They're a bunch of artillery-slinging, grenade-lobbing odd jobs camping out in Nellis. Wander into their territory and you're as good as mincemeat. There is a way, and I'll tell you, for a little wager. Well, I know the secret to get past. If you give me the caps, I'll tell you. If you make it back alive, I'll double your money. Okay, here you go. That page has the details, but it's all in the timing as you move from building to building. I'll be here watching, so I'll know if you've made it to the gate or not.
Boy, do I love gambling.
Hold it right there. Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment? But I had you zeroed in the whole time. Nobody's that fast. Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces. Watch your mouth, Savage. Raquel will be here any second.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you.
I'm hit. Have you brought news of the boomers?
Yeah, I fucking killed them.
A perfectly satisfactory way of resolving the threat they posed. I want you to forge an alliance between Caesar's Legion and the White Glove Society. They used to be cannibals. I expect that information can be used to manipulate them. Go to... Oh, God damn it! Never this bad before. Fuck this. I'm going to lie down. Come back later. Tomorrow.
Someone's got a fucking headache. Dude, I'm banned from your fucking casino. I can't even play here anymore because I rob you blind. Looks like they do not want to do that.
The last time we met, I believe we were talking about the White Glove Society. I appreciate your concern, but I'm in excellent health. And we have other matters to discuss. Have you been successful in your efforts to recruit the White Glove Society? You've been resourceful in the past. Why are you a failure now? You'd best step up your performance with this next assignment. I want you to destroy the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel.
What? You fucking... You want... So... Oh, you can't convince the White Glove Society. So go kill the fucking Brotherhood of Steel.
Huh? Yeah. 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 The Brotherhood. Them. I don't know. There have been a couple. Don't. Just leave it alone. I'm fine. Now, what was I saying? Right. Look for the Brotherhood's bunker around, Hidden Valley. My scouts saw some things. I'm going to bed. We'll talk later.
The Burned Man was Caesar's advisor and general when the Legion was originally formed. The Burned Man led us to a disastrous defeat at the dam. On Caesar's orders, the Burned Man was covered in pitch by the Praetorian Guard, lit on fire, and cast into the Grand Canyon. Caesar has forbidden us from ever speaking his true name again. And so we simply refer to him as the Burned Man.
Has the Brotherhood been destroyed? Very well. This latest victory brings to a close my efforts to reshape the power balance of the Mojave. And not a minute too soon. I want you to join me in my tent. You and I are going to have a private conversation. All right, let's state the obvious. There's something wrong with me. The headaches started a couple of months ago. They weren't too bad at first, but now they come frequently and they're debilitating. For the past 2 weeks, my left leg has been dragging. It's stiffer, hard to move. And you've seen me blank out. Lucia says I stare into space, blink a few times, then keep talking like nothing happened. So what's the diagnosis? Answer the question. Yeah, it does. So if you can't help me, who can? It's never had a functional diagnostic scanning module. Without that, it's useless for surgery. It's been said that the autodocs were standard equipment in the underground vaults where mankind survived when the bombs fell centuries ago. You can search the vaults, but every autodoc my Legion has run across has been stripped for parts long before we found it. Some of my scouts did report an abandoned vault near Nellis Air Force Base. Overrun by ghouls, they said. Maybe the infestation has been there long enough to keep scavengers out. Why don't you go and see?
So you're telling me they give me the option to use this autodoc to kill him after everything so far? Okay.
I don't understand. The machine was supposed to cure Kaisar. You did this. His blood is on your hands.
Kaiser would be dead if I didn't try to help him. How dare you blame me?
What you say is true. I apologize for my rash action. It was out of grief and loyalty. I hope you understand. Kaisar's death is regrettable, but we can't let it stand in the way of the Legion's goals. The NCR's President Kimball will be visiting the dam. This is an excellent opportunity to assassinate him.
The paths we're following are slow going, so you might as well keep your ears open and listen to what old Jed has to say. A few decades back, folks in the NCR started to hear about a community in northern Utah called New Canaan. Didn't know much about them, except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes. We've seen our share of cults, but the New Canaanites, they were honest traders. Good fighters, too. Raiders wouldn't tangle with them. But then, the Legion appeared in Arizona. I reckon you know all about them. Turns out Caesar's first war chief, the Malpace Legate, was a New Canaanite, Joshua Graham. Legend goes that Graham was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole damn Legion. The New Canaanites wouldn't talk about him. They were ashamed. Guess I can't blame them. Well, at Hoover Dam, the Malpace Legate finally met his match. Hanlon and Oliver kicked his New Canaanite butt right back over the river. Caesar had to make an example for the others, to show them that even at the highest level, failure wouldn't be tolerated. He had Graham covered in pitch, lit on fire, and thrown into the Grand Canyon. People say he didn't even scream on the way down. Not long after, some of the slaves and tribals started to talk. Said Graham wasn't dead. Shouldn't have been any surprise. All this talk bothered Caesar, so he forbade anyone from speaking his name. Wanted to erase Joshua Graham from history. He got his wish. Joshua Graham disappeared, and in his place came legends of the burned man walking the wastes. Probably just a tribal ghost story. But New Canaan's been silent for a long time. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe the Malpace Legate is dead. Or maybe Joshua Graham did crawl out of that canyon and finally found his way back home.